Welcome back, everybody, to the show that keeps on giving.
I mean, that's not a lie, to be fair.
No, but I just heard so many people say that before. Max, just because you're here doesn't mean that you can...
We've got to intro you first.
I'm not going to talk, I'm just going to sit here making noises.
What, like you're the sound deck?
Oh,
no.
I was looking at your mouth expecting you to come out of your mouth.
Maybe.
Anyway, welcome back to the Motus Podcast. As you might have guessed by the first 40 seconds, we have a certain special guest in the studio, Max Barker.
Hi.
Of some level of parkour fame, I guess.
No.
One of those. Yeah, as always, thank you very much for the continued support. Fucking everyone loved the Street Parrots.
Yeah, I know.
We
had
were getting
some
artwork and everything.
Yeah, you showed me some artwork, which actually, to be
That
fair,
was actually sick.
Yeah.
it was so good.
I
then
wouldn't
they
be
got-
surprised if there's a team that comes out and they name themselves that.
Well, that guy was like, I do want to start a brand. I was like, the name's all yours, mate. He was like, yeah, you know. And I was like, oh, you know.
Don't
but
do it.
I know, it's a hard one to pull off.
You'd have to kind of joke about it the whole time you're promoting it.
And it would be like, so where'd you get... That would be your USP and your story. But like, where'd you get your name from? It's like,
some random
I listened to a really
podcast.
shit podcast and I stole the name off of them.
Yeah, that's the one.
If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, go back and listen to the previous episode.
It's a brand of sellotape.
Yeah. You said that because you're looking at the sellotape on the wall, didn't you?
No.
My house is held up with sellotape. But yeah, thank you very much. Listeners keep flooding in, comments keep flooding in, so it's all very... It's good. I'm enjoying it. I think we're getting a good response. It's good
I'm
fun.
really enjoying it. It's just very weird because this is the first time we've had 3 people, and already I don't feel very comfortable.
It's the first time in a while that we've had more than just you in the house, and suddenly there's just more destruction and chaos.
Because I'm influenced by a badly behaved dog. By, I mean, as like
I'm a dog?
No, not by. I'm like Darwin, and I get influenced.
I.e.,
Max.
what he's saying is, yeah, like when you guys
Max.
come round and you fuck around with my dog.
Max excites me.
Keelan was maturing at a steady rate, and he was like, you know, doing the washing up after dinner and
And then the
things.
sales crashed.
That can't be happening.
And you came in, and Max
This needs
just
to happen,
trashed it.
What needs to happen?
You're getting too mature. I need to bring you down.
Yeah, I have missed this.
As I mean, I have. I'm slightly daunted about Soul Destroyer, where we have this times 8.
When you're like, Keelan, come on, you can take some like lead here,
I know,
and you can
that-
help out with like keeping them in line. And then
I'm just
gonna be
more
the,
worried about the fact that we're renting a house and we have everyone in it, and like already it's chaos. Just
I'm
going
going
to
to be the worst one. No, I wouldn't be the
I reckon
worst
it'll
one.
be great.
Oh, of course it'll be great.
But we have to have the Xbox to distract people. When I was thinking, oh, I don't want definitely not the Xbox this time. But then when you were saying,
No, it's like
when
a
you were saying,
sedative.
it just keeps everyone out of the way.
Yeah. It's you lock them in a room and you show them like flashy things on a screen, and everyone's like,
Or we could bake cakes every night.
no, because that means who's gonna.
Oh, that actually stank of not things, not real things. Fake things.
That was a burp, by the way, for those listeners who can't see through the walls of the studio. Yeah, I do apologise. This podcast might go a little bit off the rails because we've got 2.
I can't concentrate with
And
that.
I'm standing very close to Keelan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both sharing the
yeah,
same
I mean-
mic. That's probably something that they need to
Audio
understand.
issues might be apparent. We've got 2 mics between 3 people. But anyway,
Threesome.
no, please fuck no.
Fuck. Please fuck.
This is going to be one of those podcasts. I always think about this when I'm walking my dog, because if you didn't know, I have a dog, which I talk about all the time.
He's so good.
It's when you're like walking down the street and you listen to a podcast and it makes you smile, and you're like walking past someone and you just look like some loony who's just like, oh.
With his
So
headphones
if
on.
anyone's
Yeah, true.
experiencing that right now, then
I guess it's better than like dancing and like miming a song.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been caught doing that multiple times now in my car.
Yeah, I think
Oh yeah,
I realised that there's mirrors and stuff, and I can see directly like into
Behind, and
someone's
they can
eyes
see
behind,
you, yeah,
and
yeah.
I would be listening to something quite heavy, and I'd be like,
yeah,
and I'll
yeah.
be shouting the words and shit, and then I'll look up, and,
And you're like, oh.
and I'm in a traffic jam, so I'm like, well, I'm not going to see them again, but they'll probably be behind me for the next 10
That's the thing.
minutes. So,
Sometimes I'm like, do I care? Like, if I'm going at a decent speed, I'm like, I don't really care. Because
No.
also, when I see someone singing along in their car, it makes me happy. If you see someone like, I don't know, I can think of a girl I saw recently, like, rocking out, and I'm like,
Sure,
she's
you're like-
having fun.
yeah, but maybe not if they're like, like frowny face, like.
No, that would make me happy.
Yeah, I'd probably enjoy that. Oh fuck, we've clicked off the show notes. Where have they gone?
Don't tell them.
That's Photoshop.
Don't tell them we have show notes. We
That's
know
a photo
what
of
we're
Max.
doing
By
all
the
time.
way, Essential collection has just gone live. If you haven't bought something already, go on. I mean, this is being recorded days before this podcast goes live.
Juicy.
But the collection's just gone live. So anyone who has bought stuff in the last hour and a half, because that's when we're filming this podcast, thank you very much.
Much love.
If you haven't, get on it. If you haven't already by the time this podcast has come out, then I don't know if you deserve to listen to it.
Yeah.
It's a bit awkward, really, isn't it? No.
Honestly, though, the new Essentials are very, very, very nice.
Keelan and Max are both wearing the same jumper. Well,
It's not a jumper.
Long sleeve.
No, every single piece is very nice, and I've become more and more of a fan of colours and this.
Well,
I don't want to say. I keep about to say collection. This collection.
Oh,
You idiot!
That's beer all over my office floor. Thank you very much, Max.
pardon.
Is this a collection?
Yeah, I call it. To me, a capsule is like a couple of pieces, like the movement capsule and
Okay.
the camo. Whereas a collection, I think, is a larger thing.
All right. Okay.
That's in my head. That's what I do.
Yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is these clothes are very, very nice, especially sized up. If you want the baggier feel, then you should do that. You know.
Baggy. Basically, if you want to look like a 12-year-old.
Nah.
But yeah, no, I'm a fan of colour as well. There was this whole period of just, I mean, the whole fashion scene was in this period of just all black. And I loved it, and I still predominantly wear just black because it's a slimming colour. But I think we do need to move away
It is
from.
slimming, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That's why I look considerably skinnier than I am.
He's so fat. That's what he wants us to say.
Yeah,
He's
so
so
we go.
fat.
I've had 4 chocolate brownies today.
Yeah, but you know, dad bod's
If
in.
they were mine,
Dad bod is in. George loves his
bod
dad bod.
is it.
Dad bod's in.
Having a dad bod.
You do realise if those brownies were vegan, I honestly would have finished them.
Yes, of
I
course.
like 100%.
By the way, guys,
So
in
good.
case you didn't realise, Keelan is vegan.
Oh, by the way, I'm vegan. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, colour's cool. The new stuff's cool. Go and buy it. Also, actually, before I forget, Height Drop podcast. You need to go and listen to that. Because I feel like this podcast is getting quite a lot of listeners. I don't know what the Height Drop podcast gets. I really hope it gets a lot. And I said this in episode 1.
Same.
But I'm still listening to the Height Drop. Brandon interviewed Andrew from Move Mag, who have just fucking released the Move Mag issue 1 magazine, which is sitting behind me. Wait.
They can't see it,
No.
but they can hear it.
They can hear. Oh, it's fresh. I haven't even opened it because
Fresh in the packet.
the quality looks so nice that I'm scared of opening it because it might be worth like £1 million one day, and I could have like unsealed issue 1.
You just think about money, don't you?
It's all about the money.
Yeah, it's all about the money. Also, quick shout out to my homies. No, I'm joking. Max and Benj, was it? They were consistently
listening the
watching
other day.
watching the
Listening,
podcast.
please, they listen.
No, for fuck's sake, when are you going to get it right, Giles?
They sent you a video of them driving down a
And
road
watching the
watching the
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah, through the road.
Very illegal.
I know. Which is nice.
Yeah, Max and
You know,
Benj.
so if you want to be like the big boys, I guess you should start sharing it to all your friends and getting a squad together.
Like the big boys. Anyway, a different Max is here. A presence that we have been graced with.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we even fucking
Sweaty
start?
boy.
Max, I want 3 facts that this listening audience. This podcast is all about transparency. It's all about exclusive info.
So
Okay.
something
I
that
want 3 facts that no one will fucking know about.
maybe even us.
Yeah, maybe even us.
Genuinely, you
No,
always correct me. On
I
this.
can't think of things.
Like, I didn't know you had a half brother. I mean, I knew you had a brother. I didn't know he's your half brother.
I didn't know that. That's upsetting.
Yeah, I have a half brother. He's the best guy ever.
But I just told the audience that. So,
Okay.
So that doesn't count as a fact.
third nipples, anything like that?
Nah. I used to have 2 hamsters.
That is. So
I didn't know
boring.
this. Carry on. What were the names?
That's not nice. Peanut and Noah.
Good.
Not exactly exciting.
How did they die?
Okay, now this is exciting. Okay, well, I don't know if this is like true or not, but apparently I kicked one down the stairs whilst it was in its little wheelie ball thing.
no.
Because I was just like trying to like make it have a bit of fun dribbling it around, and then I just
Dribbling it.
yeah, not dribbling on it.
Yeah, but it's,
It's in a ball.
It's in a ball, but kicking it about.
Just small little taps.
Little Peanut's experiencing fucking
Otherwise,
G-forces.
You can't go that fast, I want to give him a bit of a thrill. Anyway, yeah, I kicked him a bit too far and he
Went down
went down the stairs and then
and exploded on impact.
And the other one died of homesickness.
Homesickness?
Yeah, because we went on holiday and he stayed at a friend's house, and then when we got back...
That's a very polite way of saying your friend lost it and it died. Almost 100%. We had a fucking guinea pig come back from school once. Like, my sister brought it home from school. It was like, each week the kid gets to bring it home for the weekend. We fucking lost it behind our cooker.
Oh my god!
It's just still behind there, like the corpse.
I don't know. We had an Arga, which, if you don't know, they're like an oil burning stove. They constantly run all the way through the day.
So it's hot.
So you can
So
rate
it's hot.
it
It just went back there.
fucking...
Yeah, probably just cooked to death.
Fair enough.
Poor guy.
Also, one of my
I
hamsters
can hear his
shit.
screams in my head right now.
Well, I think I had at least one, maybe even two hamsters shit their insides out. Like, and our neighbour was a
Oh,
vet.
they do that, don't they?
Yeah, our neighbour was a vet. They also eat their babies. They eat their babies as well.
Hamster.
Our neighbour was a
guinea
vet.
pig.
Hamster. This thing had literally, like, most of its just internal organs were just hanging out of its arse and it's still alive.
Fuck that!
And it was just like,
So you could pull it and basically.
I mean,
make
we
it go-
didn't.
the whole thing go inside out.
probably if we tried, we didn't.
Why? If he's already dead.
No, it was still alive.
Try do that
Our neighbour came
Even
around and was just
better.
like, yeah,
Imagine
this
how
thing's
weird
dead.
it would be if your eyes are on the inside and you know that you're inside out, and when you move, I wonder what you do. Would you go like that, or would you push out?
You're
Like-
looking through your bumhole out.
No, like you pull his bumhole. So like say this was inside, your t-shirt was inside out, and you pull it.
Yeah, but then it would go round, so you're looking up through your bumhole.
No, you would.
No,
Yeah.
you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Because you'd be... Oh, no.
No, you wouldn't. The bumhole would come at the top.
Yeah, and you'd be looking up
Yeah,
out
you'd be
through
looking
it.
No,
up.
your yeah, but your eyes probably point towards each other.
Well, yeah, maybe. But technically
weird.
you're looking
There would be a
up.
moment,
Yeah.
you're like the carrier bag being pulled inside out. You'd
Yeah.
be looking up through the hole again.
And you'd see whoever's doing it, their evil smile.
That was Keelan.
What the hell is
Oh
this?
my god. Okay, apologies.
talking.
We've had a high value episode on the one before. People came away from it and they're like, oh, I've learnt so much about how to build a brand, and 12 minutes in they're learning about how to pull a hamster inside out.
Well, they can't all be educational.
No. New fact.
Wait.
Fact-
But if someone does send me a picture of a hamster inside out,
No, because someone's going to do it. We can't be the ones who are like, go and kill your hamsters, kids.
Imagine if I received that tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, that'd be fucking freakish.
Because it's not even out. Anyway, carry on.
Another fact. Let me think
Yeah.
for a second. Can you count to 10, please, Keelan?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I like getting my what am I? Yeah, I
You
like,
like getting your pony.
I like getting my toes like pulled to be clicked, but like I don't like it at the same time. But then when it happens, I'm like, okay, that was kind of nice.
Is this like a fetish, or is this just
No,
like...
not a fetish, just like when you get
Yeah.
yeah.
I've
So
never
that's
had that.
another fact.
Never had that on my toes. Can you do it to me?
Yeah, I'll do it later.
Okay, on the podcast.
Jesus Christ.
No, after.
Okay.
And then
So a
number
fact.
3,
That was pretty shit. It was
Yeah,
less of a fact. It was more just a sensation thing.
The first one was great.
proper fact.
Yeah. Anything about your childhood? You got any crazy stories? I mean, you lived in Australia for a bit.
Yeah, but I was tiny.
Yeah, but you could have been like Dom Tomato's best friend.
Hey.
What about?
Well, let me think. I'm thinking.
No, listen, mate.
A fact.
Wait, let me remind you.
All right. While Max is thinking, I'm gonna tell the audience, in case they're unaware of Max's achievements, because I've got that written down here. Max is a young gun parkour athlete who started very young. I can't remember how young he started.
How long have you been doing parkour? I know it's such an average. I just want to know
7.
because I've been
7
doing it for about
years.
8 years. 8 years,
Yeah,
I think.
I
I've been
think
doing it like
7.5 weeks.
Max has been doing it for 7.5 years. He's done some very impressive things without wanting to blow his trumpet.
You can blow
No,
my trumpet.
No, I can't.
Sorry, let's stop this, please.
We picked you up with Motus when you were 15. Or were you 14? I think you were 14, weren't you?
I was just turning
You
15.
just turned 15. Jesus Christ! And already he was like, okay, this kid's pretty good. When you were 15, you did the IMAX Kong Pre that only Kai had ever done before.
No, you were 16. weren't you?
15.
No, you were 16.
16,
Wait,
yeah.
you were 15. You went to Lease, and you were doing like big boy Kong
I'd say
Pre's.
this, but
double
in
side.
Lease, the side flip pre to stick, I think that's probably...
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
But that was like the first time I think the world has properly seen that type of side pre.
Yeah, I think because I mean side pre's were already a game. They're already a thing.
People would do them, and
people would do
even if
them
they
to, like,
were a
little
stick,
curbs
I
and
don't.
stuff.
Yeah, but even if they were a stick, I don't think they'd be like an actual stick. It would more be like land on the top of the wall, and you have to try and stay on the wall. Whereas you just kind of did it in a running pre-form. Where
it's weird because I can't think of like times before that where I was doing side pre's and like trying to stick.
But it's really weird because in that video you were hunting for it, weren't you? You did that side pre a number of times.
To be honest, like I can't remember like a couple of years ago. I've changed as a person.
That's what the fucking acid does to you, mate.
Moment of that silence is
Max
very...
doesn't do acid, don't worry. That's not a fucking third fact about him. Double side.
No.
Oh.
No.
No. We almost tripped him there. Double side off the Dame de Lac was cool. Dame de Lac, sorry Kai.
That was his like second or third outside, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a good one. So he's done many impressive physical feats when he was 15. At 16 he did that fucking Grand Prix IMAX. That was a good one. That was the first shot we ever filmed a Resurgence.
I'd really like to do that again, to be honest.
We're going to London tomorrow. You're going to London?
Would you?
Maybe.
Oh dear.
Or dash pre.
Well, we'll see.
Or dash pre.
Confront pre.
No.
You're
not Dom.
I know. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, he might have done it by now. By the time this comes out, that might have been done. You've just called him stupid.
I mean, no. I mean, like, stupid.
There is whisperings that might happen. Anyway, we are just fucking all over the place. But basically, Max is an incredibly talented athlete. He's got this sort of ability to just constantly do stuff that is fairly progressive. As far as I'm aware, the first ever... Keelan, why are you taking your trousers off?
Literally in the bathroom. I fucking stacked it, and I think I've cut myself.
Keelan tried to jump
thigh.
over a shoe rack that you can literally step. You don't even need to.
You can walk around.
There's no over. There's no. It's next to it's next to a fucking tumble dryer.
I tried jumping it, and it caught me jumping and pulled me back down to earth, and it's like scraped all up my thigh.
It caught you.
Wow.
Yeah, it went.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this a number of times. I'm pretty certain Max was the first person to ever do a side flip pre to a perpendicular rail at any kind of height that wasn't like a little tiny jumpy rail.
I think so too.
Which I think revolutionised the side pre game, and now that is just, I mean, that was 2 years ago. Now it's just like everyone does them, like crazy amounts of people.
Yeah, I need to step up my game.
You do, to be honest. You're slacking.
Cheers.
No,
You look to be so concerned, man.
You look like Darwin, really scared.
You were like, no.
No, to be fair though, the side pre Max did on Instagram for some reason. He'd like put on Instagram.
Oh, the big one that's like a running pre.
Yes, that one.
Yeah,
because I've been there. I know you haven't been there, but obviously you can tell from the video.
Yes.
That one is stupidly thin.
Well, the thing is, you can only
for a wall. That is stupidly thin.
I feel like you can only be like.
That was definitely my like biggest and scariest one.
I thought so too.
Well, it's up, right?
Yeah,
it's up to a slanted backwards wall, and it's like thin, like.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone there probably is someone, but I don't think off the top of my head I can't think of anyone who can actually do that.
And would look at that and go, "Oh, that's a side pre."
Yeah,
like that.
Well, I didn't actually. I went to it and I was like, maybe this could happen, and I was with Travis.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't think I would have done it without him being there because.
Was Travis like, maybe I'll conga into the ground and land on it, and you were like, I've got to do something here. Like,
yeah, he started prepping it with me, and then he just got out of the camera like, all right, you ready? I was like, what?
He was probably like, thank fuck, I don't have to do it now. Like Max is going to do it instead.
Yeah, but thank you, Travis, for.
Did a lot of prep because the clip is just. A couple of different
We were at
angles.
For the Love of Movement and Max didn't come, and it had been a good while since I'd seen Max doing anything. And then on Instagram I was singing For the Love of Movement. I just opened my phone and I was like, oh, okay. There it is.
Exactly.
This is December if you want to go scroll back through Max's late December.
But like there was like a few angles of that, but like did that actually take quite a lot of time? If you compare it to the side flip pre to the rail that you did, was it like a faster process or not?
No, not faster, because that did take a lot of preparation. But this was proper mental game, like even kind of more than the rail one.
Yeah.
Just because I had to gas myself up to like
because you had to actually
have to go
put
full
some
pelt.
gas into it,
Yeah.
whereas the rail pre was
Yeah.
relatively small,
It was
but
just
that
I
didn't really
think about
matter.
where my
yeah.
foot was going, but this I had to like run into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway, enough about me.
No, come on, 3 facts. Third fact.
You were meant to be thinking about it.
All right, I'm still talking. So anyway, you got to think while I'm doing this. I'm
Yeah.
giving perspective.
Would it help if I got the other 2 beers? Because we both finished our 2 beers.
You boys are awful.
I haven't finished mine.
I mean, I'm still halfway through my other one.
Keelan underage, buying underage people alcohol. I'm sober as a judge, by the way.
Max is 18.
Max is 18 in April. It's April, right?
May.
April, May. Oh yeah, it's April right now.
June, July, August,
Oh, you're
September.
almost there. You're 18 when we're in London, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh shit, we're not having a house party.
No, but we'll go to sleep early and train really well.
Yeah, we'll have a good day of training.
That'll be the best birthday ever.
Yeah, there we go.
Sick.
You can go and get more beer. I'll give a bit more background on Max if you want. I mean, everyone who's listening to this knows who Max is, but
And I still need to think of this third one.
we went to America 2 years ago, and Max entered a speed competition and ended up winning, which was a bit of a sort of freak accident.
Yes.
Kind of
about
just
that.
one of those things. Hendo fucked up and Max somehow slipped in, and he was that was when you were 16,
I
right?
slipped in.
You slipped it in to Hendo. You were 16 and standing on top of a podium, which was pretty. But you'd won a few competitions before that,
Only.
like little
air
ones at
whip
Catalyst.
and Catalyst.
Catalyst, you
maybe.
won a couple of speed ones. I think you got
Maybe.
the triple threat at Catalyst. No, you didn't do the tricky.
No.
No, you got the double threat.
maybe.
Double threat.
Yeah.
But basically, what we're saying is
Yeah.
Max is a very good athlete who is now falling off the rails into a life of sort of wanting to go to university and wanting to drink beers and things.
Oh, look. All right.
And we need everyone listening to this podcast to go message him on Instagram and say, "Why are you laughing? If you just..."
I was fighting
You-
all the way up the stairs. What?
And you know what you just did? You let the dog out the kitchen.
No, Sarah did that. Was that him knocking on the door?
Yes.
Should I open it?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Oh my god, this podcast is off the rails already.
Yeah,
it's probably the
kind
best
of
one.
is-
What I was just saying is Max is a great athlete and he's going off the rails, and every single person who listens to this
Oh, fuck.
needs to message Max on Instagram and say, "Max, don't quit parkour. Why are you trying to be an artist?"
I'm never going to quit parkour.
But you might pursue being an artist as well.
No.
And why
Max
are you
is
going
not.
to college?
He's going to university.
Why are you going to university?
I'm not going to go... Well, I'm doing a foundation course, which isn't... It's free, and it's a year of just
To be fair,
doing art.
you did explain it to me, and it does sound.
I know.
quite
I'm
right.
only pretending to give him shit.
No,
for
I
it.
know, but I remember we were like,
Yeah,
why,
Giles
why is he
always
going to-
pretends to be mean, but he can't because he's a fucking little pussy.
It's very true.
Oh,
You've got to get a third fact by the end of this podcast.
I really just can't think of it.
I mean, have you got any belly button, outie belly
No,
button?
I mean-
like something weird like this.
no, I don't have any or else.
That's quite a weird belly button, to be fair.
Really?
I got such an innie. Look,
I got a pretty. Yeah, I'm like you. I got a decent innie.
I thought that was normal.
Max Lee Abbott from Owl's Gang, he's got a solid outie.
What, like it's like fully if you
Oh
rub
yeah,
your
it's like a
hand
button.
across his
Mate,
stomach,
yeah.
it'll
It's,
be like.
it's a wicked. It's you can like smush it like a big button.
When we were in
Oh.
Vancouver, he showed me and Robbie,
Yeah,
and yeah, it was a great time.
I love it.
It was great.
Yeah.
He's really proud of it. as
I
well.
know.
He loves
When
it.
all he has to do is he'll just be standing having a conversation with you, and you'll just lift up his shirt slowly, and he'll just catch your eye and just look down, and it'll make you laugh.
That's
Yeah, it's so good.
amazing. Who is that?
Max Lee Abbott. He's from Owl's Gang,
Do I
Australian
know?
guy.
I don't think I've met him, have I?
He's in Supertramps. He went to that deserted island.
Has he got short hair or long hair?
If you
shortish.
follow him on Instagram, he's always doing a lot of
He
like
does crazy
highlining,
slacklining, yeah.
slacklining, like rope
But I know
swings.
2 people were on Supertramps with them, and they were
There's
2
Sam,
Australian.
and then there's Max Lee Abbott.
And is Max got the glasses?
No, that's
No,
Sam.
that's the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know which
Yeah.
one it is then.
Yeah. So, Max, what have you got to tell the audience?
You're gonna have to give me more
I'm
time.
fucking
on
glad
this.
this was the whole. I imagine if our fail-safe, like our topic for this podcast was like, okay, all we're gonna do is just get Max to give 3 facts. We'd be fucked.
No, we'd definitely take up the time because I'm already being a slow ass cunt.
We were gonna do a Q&A.
Sorry.
You can swear. You can swear like a trooper.
Basically, there was a little cut just there because Max said something inappropriate, as he does, and yeah, we're just going to have to cut that bit out and pretend it never happened.
So,
please leave, what do they do? A reply? A message?
a review.
Please leave a
5
review.
stars on iTunes.
Please leave a review on what you thought this...
Oh, yesterday? No, was it this morning?
What?
You left for work?
Yeah.
No, yesterday. You left for work early, right? Or was it?
I left for work early yesterday. I didn't even see you.
Okay, so we came back from our walk, me and Sarah, and we walk into the kitchen, and Max, we can see Max, and you're just in the kitchen talking. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, where's Keelan? Like, your voice was just in the kitchen. And then my voice started playing, and I was like, what the fuck? And Max was listening to the podcast. But it was the weirdest thing to walk in on, because it was just like, Max was standing there, and we could see him, and then around the corner, we just assumed you were there, and then suddenly I started speaking, and it was like, whoa!
What the hell?
But that's what happens if you have a speaker and somebody listens to podcasts. Fucking hell, this is...
You were listening to the podcast in here?
In the kitchen, yeah.
What podcast? The last one?
Yeah.
Like you listen to them?
Of course. They're amazing.
Really?
Apart from this episode.
I love it.
But would you listen to this one?
Well, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, because I haven't... Have you listened to any of them all the way through?
No. I just
neither have I.
Yeah, I just go through and check little bits.
But that Gary V podcast you showed me, that was epic. That was so good.
But that's because they know what they're doing, whereas we're rambling and chatting like shit.
Should we go on to a next topic?
So, our next topic...
Can I just get this third thing out of the way?
Yeah, what is it?
Well, I don't know yet, but I want to get it out of the way.
Well, don't prep it like that.
I can open a beer bottle top with my teeth.
That's not a fact.
But that's just shit.
That's just human, genetics. I've got some teeth.
I wish I could say I could open it with my ass, but that's not true.
I wish you could say arse properly.
Arse.
Ass.
Okay, Max.
Did you actually try?
Max. Okay.
Fragrance for men.
What? Arse? Ass.
What?
Fragrance for men.
What are your 3 What are your 3 life goals?
3 life goals. Okay. Yeah. Make a living out of parkour and being involved in it.
Yep.
Ambitions. Have a family and a house and just be stable in some way, like in the future.
Yep.
And be emotionally happy for all my life.
They're all fairly good, but they're fairly standard. I thought you'd have a little bit more out the bag.
Well, I mean, that's all you need, really.
Jesus Christ, Keelan. The last one's great. I agree with the last one. I agree with all of them.
Ambitions.
I don't know.
I want to travel a lot and see every continent in the world. I'd love to live somewhere for a while, live in another country for a while.
Yeah.
A couple of years. I don't know.
I always feel like we have some deep talks when we're driving places, and then they were fairly safe answers.
Well,
but maybe we're not talking about ambitions. Maybe we're just talking about your views on life. Maybe that was the sickest catch. I just dropped something from one hand to another.
I did see that.
Blind catch. Sorry, that's just the fucking boy racers outside my house.
What deep sort of talks are you talking about? When we were on the...
That was my foot. It wasn't a fart.
When we were on the roads of the desert in USA.
No, I think Max has. I think Max has the persona that sometimes comes across as a kind of fairly young, juvenile person, but has a much more mature, wise side.
You're not stupid. You're just fucking weird, and it makes me laugh too much. But you also have really good views on life. I'd say anyway.
As always,
we all do here. You too.
I think you've got a good. You're wise beyond your 17 years. I would say. When I was 17, I don't think I had such an outlook on life as you do.
Well, life is fucking crazy, and that's all I can say.
What, when we saw you after dinner, we were like, where the hell's Max gone? And we looked out the window.
He's just standing in the garden.
For maybe 3 minutes straight, looking into the sky in the garden in a stance, when you pick a character in a video game. And nothing would get your attention. I even opened the bathroom window to look at him. He turned around and I thought he was going to do something funny because I thought it was an act. He just turned around and went, and turned around and continued doing it. So I continued to watch, thinking, okay, what's going to happen? And he did it for another maybe 3 minutes, and then turned around and went, oh, were you watching me the whole time? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, oh, and then walked back in.
What? Yeah, I only saw half of that.
You didn't hear what I was asking you about.
I was just
either.
appreciating.
You're just appreciating our neighbour's house.
I asked you, I was like, are you meditating? Are you like...
Well, sometimes
getting rid of
in this
indigestion?
hectic life, you've just got to take a few seconds to stop and just be.
Okay, so this is an interesting thing actually, because this is I think, I mean, when I was your age, iPhones and things were just starting to come about, but they were not. I mean, the first iPhone didn't have any proper apps or anything like this. It was very fucking basic. Yeah. Now you are living in this world surrounded by technology and people spending all their time on their phone. I mean, we were sitting in the car, me and Sarah, earlier, and there was this dad and his 3 kids, and the 3 kids were literally walking on the pavement, every single one of them on their phones. Oh. And I mean, you guys, especially like Keelan, I think you're probably more guilty than Max. You spend quite a lot of time like Instagram,
Definitely.
YouTube. Max, I think, is a little bit basic bitch.
You're an iPhone slut.
I am.
Max is harder to get hold of. You're quite good at staying off your phone, I would say.
Well, I don't think I'm just not good at going on it, I think.
Nah, you went on your phone during free solo, which upset me.
Yeah, that did upset me quite a lot.
I think I got on my phone at the wrong times.
Yeah, maybe that's the case. But okay, so what I found interesting was a while ago, when we went up to London to go to that...
Sorry.
That's all right. There's more beer on the floor.
I don't go on my phone in certain situations, but anyway.
But that shit. We got on that train the other day to go up to that Sustainable Fashion Expo.
Yeah.
And
that was us 3 as a group, wasn't it?
Yeah. Cool. And I was kind of expecting the train journey to be full of chaos, as it sometimes is with you guys. And you didn't. You all just put your phones away, and you just got a notepad out, and you played word games, and you did drawings.
I remember that. That was really nice.
Thanks for reminding me that, because it was really nice. In my memory, I did not store that.
No, it was really nice. You did loads of drawings, and you just chatted, and you didn't say anything inappropriate. And I was like, this is weird. Like, most guys, like...
I don't think we should tell them that our phones were dead.
No, they weren't dead. Your phones were not dead at
I'm
10 in the morning. You're joking. Yeah, but they can't see the sarcasm. They can only hear it.
Yeah, and I'm good at hearing.
Shut up, man.
Sorry.
But I think sometimes you've surprised me in the sense that, like, I say this, but then I've driven through some of the most beautiful landscape in America, and you've sat on your laptop playing Minecraft. But that was 2 years ago.
But also, like, we were in that van for so long, and you had to look out the window, that, like, sometimes it was so beautiful, and we'd look, and it'd be like, I've been looking at beautifulness for 4 hours now, please can I take my eyes off the fucking window?
I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain that isn't a thing. Yeah. I think that...
Well, I got shit for looking at New York City driving past, listening to my headphones, and everyone was like, are you alright, Keelan? You look a bit fucking intense. So I was like, yeah, Luke was saying it, and like, maybe, I don't know who was next to me. I had my headphones in, and I was looking out the window, having a great time, like, thinking about shit, thinking about, like, just videos and all stuff.
Yeah.
And they literally, like, just... Like,
ruined it.
Are you okay? Like, you just look really intense. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Just made me feel a bit insecure, you know?
But basically, when you meet Max, when you come to an event, and Keelan as well, actually, I mean, when you meet any of these boys, you'll see them at a jam, and they'll be fucking trashing the place and causing chaos.
I can't wait to meet all you. Oh, I was gonna say it.
You're gonna say the word that we'd cut out.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet all of you lovely buggers.
Yeah, and then actually deeper, they're like an onion.
Sorry,
you got layers.
Yeah.
I think you're
everybody has that.
It's been interesting actually to see you guys mature from like what I find interesting actually is when we went to Lease when you were 15 and you were 16. Mm-hmm. I think you were less immature than you were like a year or two later.
Yeah.
I think there was this weird period where we got to like you guys being a little bit older, and that's when it went fucking mental.
It's funny because the US tour was like the peak of our.
Oh, it was insane.
Literally, but there was a lot of things that I was like, fair enough. And there was a lot of things where I was like, Jesus, how did they get annoyed at that?
I think...
And then Eric would be in the van going, ah! and then everyone would laugh, and I'd sit there like, fucking great. I did that like 3 minutes ago. Where's my applause? It was so shit.
I think there's probably it was the American tour was the accumulation of everyone.
Yeah.
It was like even if you specifically weren't doing something, somebody 2 minutes earlier was doing something, and it's like the build up.
Yeah,
and
no,
would get
true.
To the point, and you're like dealing
with
in a city, dealing with traffic, and you're just like, shut the fuck.
I think everyone at some point got a bit like aggy at some point. I think I got aggy at Robbie, and I can't remember why.
You got aggy with George, right?
No, I did get aggy with George, but I never like argued with him because I was too scared. I got upset, and I went in the toilet, and I sat there like, fucking hate this tour in LA, and I didn't know what to do because.
Yeah, thanks George for punching me 16 times in the.
No, but like I think I got angry with like Robbie for doing something when we were parked and switching over vans at some point. I don't remember it at all, but everyone on that tour
had a little moment.
You'd have because you'd be in the van for so long, and you would feel like you're all siblings in the end because you're so like next to someone for that long.
Yeah.
It's just, but it was fucking fun. Like I don't regret it at all.
Yeah, you end up just jerking each other off.
Yeah, to be honest, imagine that. 23-hour journey? 23?
Yeah.
Yeah, like didn't have a wank for that long. Think about Luke. You heard about the stories of him in the bar.
He probably did somewhere in a
I
like a
walked
roadside.
into him. I walked into him with like the shower curtain across, him in the bar, and it was just open. I just walked in. And I pulled it back, and he just grabbed his dick and like pulled the shower curtain back, and he was just like, "Go away!" It was just so.
Should we talk about the time in
We
the
shouldn't.
hotel?
No, we can't. We can't.
Can we not?
No.
Why not?
You can't.
No,
You can't.
don't do that.
Like go in on Luke too much. It's not
No,
a place
but
to
that's
air. We're not airing laundry.
That's a bit far.
That's a bit far.
Oh well, and if anyone wants to come up and ask me about the story, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's just a story that you got to remember that one to ask us because we will tell you, and it's hilarious.
I'm sure Luke wouldn't mind.
I'm
that
open
much,
for
but probably not on the
transparency and
podcast.
a bit of
think he
dirt,
would.
but not
Sorry,
airing somebody else's laundry. I think that's a bit far. Yeah, so that's how this podcast is going. I hope whoever is listening to this is listening. Our listener age range has just dropped from like kind of, we probably had some mature kind of 20, 30-year-olds
Yeah.
like, oh, brand building, yes, Instagram,
Like,
yeah.
oh, dropped out.
Yeah. 2-star reviews. Yeah. So I tried to go on to ambitions, but Max kind of cut it a bit short there. I think what I was suggesting that we cover in this one, 37 minutes in, is what I wanted to talk about with two of these young guns. Actually, I mean, what I do want to say is your most recent video has gone down very well, and I think lots of people are celebrating Keelan's shift in movement styles, and some people even saying like, I'm fucking glad you got hurt, you piece of shit, now your movement's way better.
I'm not glad that I got hurt because it still gives me shit. Even in some of those clips,
it's very true.
In some of those clips, I did push it a bit too far, and my ankles weren't hurting. Herpes.
One herpes.
They weren't herpes. No, they weren't hurting during, but afterwards, like they definitely did hurt.
I think it has been cool to see somebody transition properly into like a slightly different form that is.
Yeah.
It almost is. It seems more you than the older style,
Yeah,
which
I know
was
what you
more
mean.
you just being like,
I've
I'm
never
going to do
been more
concretes.
proud of my clips. I literally hate all my clips in the USA video.
That thing you did the
I hate
other
them
day-
so much, and like these ones, I'm like, I actually kind of like these. so much
Yeah.
more.
That thing you did. I mean, given that you have got the breakdance background and things, it like now it like you're like, oh shit, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
The clip you did the other day,
What one?
the one you were running up
Touchdown
yesterday.
twist, touchdown side thingy.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Oh, it wasn't today. I was thinking like,
yesterday.
what are you saying? The other
Yeah,
day?
That was,
yesterday.
and you just pulled that out as if it was like you just went, oh, I'm just going to do this, and
Yeah.
you did it, and
Whilst
it was like
having a conversation with himself
and it was like
as he's doing
a 5-6 move combo.
He's like, I stepped on something. Whilst doing that.
A twist pop outside. Like, yeah, that's really really cool to see.
I mean, but the thing is, the message for that video was just like, I know I said fuck Instagram at the end, but obviously not fuck Instagram because it's a great tool. But the thing is that I could save up that many clips, and now I can release them like not one by one, but bits of it on Instagram, and I can still get like. This sounds really weird.
Still
the
please
appreciation.
the algorithms.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just think saving clips is something that everyone should do.
There's a lot of comments as well of people like, I'm going to start saving
Exactly,
stuff.
and that made me really happy. And also just using your spot. Like a lot of those clips in the video wasn't even a spot, and I still used them. So like,
Yeah.
if you haven't trained in your hometown yet, then like just fucking have a look.
Why not?
And it's so
Yeah.
much more soulful, like creating a YouTube video, because you can like
Yeah.
put through a vision as well with like putting music to it and stuff.
Yeah.
And Instagram's just like just raw.
Exactly.
Just
And I think a lot of people, like, who is it? Someone from Murray. I didn't pull that song off like Epidemic or any copyright-free thing.
Oh yeah, I saw that. They were like, "Oh, it makes me want to top myself."
I mean,
was like,
it is no, but it like, to be honest, yes, it is kind of like a not basic, but it is not like a.
Nah, I really like the vibe.
I just
though.
really like.
I
That's
really
the sort of,
like the vibe.
That's the sort of music I like listening to. And
I don't want to
it's
see
calm.
that video of your movement that is like every line ends with yeah, and
But
and then it's you doing your cool shit.
Yeah,
like,
but if you listen to that music, fair enough, like whatever. But I just don't enjoy that, you know.
we've gone over that. We'll come on to Music Minute in a bit.
I like slaying pussy, get money in the cribs, yeah. Huh, I don't know what's going on. I'm on Zans. Huh, yeah.
The look on Keelan's face then.
I was waiting for it.
The fear of Max.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
I'm
we
so
have
fucked up.
we have deviated long enough. Deviated? Is that right? Yeah.
We're on 40 minutes, and this is an hour-long podcast usually.
Yeah, we're going over.
I'm getting a bit wavy, to be honest. These brew dogs are quite nice.
You haven't even finished your first brewdog, and we've had Peroni beforehand.
This podcast is not sponsored by Brewdog, but if they do want to get in contact and not sponsor underage drinking, then feel free to get in contact.
You keep saying that I'm going to get in deep shit.
You're the one who bought the alcohol. I don't drink anymore.
I know
didn't
we
buy
want
the
to talk about the future of parkour, but I kind of like ambitions and just like...
Well, okay, so let me. What I wanted to talk about was because you are an I'm clicking a pen right next to the microphone. What a dickhead! You're an incredibly progressive athlete who has already at such a young age done a number of things that have, genuinely changed the face of the sport. No, but you have.
Yeah, but
You're programmed to say that, but
Yeah. You're not going to sit there and
like,
go, yeah.
Yeah, but like...
But no, you have. By the time I was sort of 18, because you're not even 18 yet, I'd done sort of...
catch them in.
Yeah, obviously. No, some minor achievements and stuff. No, I'm not necessarily talking about parkour, but like,
Just
I don't
like
know.
in life,
I hadn't impacted a community of thousands and thousands of people and changed the way that some people look at a sport and human movement. And I think, Keelan, you've done that as well. It's just Max is like... It's easier for Max to say, like...
Max has done something...
There's some individual things that Max has done where it's like, oh shit. And he's been fairly consistent with it.
But also that sort of stuff it just isn't easy to pull off.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Are you trying to clean my laptop?
To change the way...
Maybe.
Like, I've just seen so many... Like, and we're going to go back to this again, but like... The amount of side pre's I've seen recently, and like since then,
like Max did not invent the side pre. No one is saying that.
But it's almost like he made it fashionable in the parkour community.
Are you an influencer? Are you a parkour influencer?
But he made it trendy.
But yeah, so I mean,
Well, I was part of making it trendy. I wasn't.
Yeah. It's not just you because I mean, there's Ed Scott, Nate Weston. There's a billion people who have done amazing side pre's.
Yeah.
But you've been at the forefront of that.
Definitely happy to be a part of it.
And at a very young age, I mean, Callum Powell is what, 27, 28? Like, he's still killing it physically. So if you look after your body, you could still be doing crazy shit.
So not doing what I was doing yesterday.
Which was just repetitive. I mean, that was a hard line.
Yeah.
There's a lot of impact.
Yeah, so...
But
talking about waiting to see for the little lookbook or whatever we call it of the new essential stuff. Max killed it. Every clip is ridiculously
Every
cool.
clip's a lovely one.
Yeah.
But you, I mean, both of you really are young. You've still got a lot in you, and the sport is progressing. I mean, if every year you look back and it's like, oh shit. I mean, Travis is another one of those people who's just come onto the scene and just gone like, cool, Kong gainer pre, Kong gainer, like Kong double gainer.
Yeah.
Like,
I definitely think he could like actually be like training hard and still like he's gotten up there, but then he's sort of fizzled out a tiny bit in a way.
I can see that. But it's one of those things that like, has he fizzled out or is he just not posting as much?
Yeah, I mean, he always says to me like, I'm not gonna post unless like it's like it's big.
What I want Travis to do is get slightly more well-rounded because I think you're not so sustainable as an athlete if you're a bit of a one-trick pony. Not that he's a one-trick pony.
No,
because I mean
but
he's not like he's just doing congainers.
But even if he isn't, that's what the internet is telling people.
Yes.
Because if he's only going to post when, and I'm not saying to post everything, but yeah, if he's only going to post when it's something mad, like a congainer pre, he just does look like a
It's like Dom is the front flip guy, but then actually Dom is fucking well-rounded.
Yeah, no, he trains on his
everything.
YouTube videos, if you watch them,
he's crazy well-rounded.
So many things.
Like maybe he's not the best at, I don't know, like double rail kongs or something like that, but he's a very, very well-rounded guy.
Yeah.
But so I've been doing parkour about 15 years, and the sport has gone from, like, plyos were not a thing. Kong precisions were not really
Plyos weren't a thing?
Not really. Like, we went around
I forget
London.
that you were there from the beginning.
It'd be vault height drops.
Yeah, it was literally vault height drops. Like, you just
runs.
Yeah. I mean, precisions were a big thing. You'd basically go around just trying to find your max pre, like drop pre, standing
I was thinking
pre's.
about this the other day, the word height drop. It's just funny, isn't it? Because it's just like, you know.
Like, you weren't going around trying to just do the biggest height drop, but at the same time, like, I mean, there's a vault. I think Kai just, like, cat-passed it, like, height drop in Exeter that he did over a decade ago, and it's just fucking stupidly, like, you know that wall you were standing on yesterday?
Yeah.
It's like that high to, like, grass, and he's just like, yeah, I used to just do this back in the day, because that was just like, oh, what can I do with my body? It's like, I'll take a big drop, and then, like, it's just been dialed in, and it was like, okay, well, because I kind of drifted out of parkour for a year or so. I was still involved, but, like, I wasn't training as much because I got this, like, first girlfriend.
You're banging chicks and shit.
Basically, yeah. And then suddenly there was this, like, wave of, like, people. It's like strides became a big thing, and not like kind of like, I mean, striding kind of multiple walls at higher than waist height, kind of like people striding across IMAX. And
I mean, it's inevitable that it's gonna fucking expand.
Like, where the fuck's it gonna be in 10 years' time? Where's it gonna be in a year's time?
Oh my god!
Like, Travis has done a few cork prees. Like,
10 years
It's scary. It's scary because we think the level's fucking high.
Yeah.
But it can't
Look at
carry
Ellis.
on going up, can it?
I think,
Ellis is tiny and he's doing shit that, like, Nate does and stuff.
I mean,
like.
he's so small and young that you're like, I hope his body can sustain it. And the same with, like, Elise and people like that.
Yeah.
There's this new wave of, like, the young guns.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I was that age,
People
like,
just-
I'd try a sport and then fall out of it. I get good at something and then be like, oh, I'm going to go off and do this instead. Like, so it'll be interesting to see
who sticks.
But I think the community and the sport is at a stage where, like, Ellis is already getting so much recognition and things like social media for him, like the gratification, he's probably like, well, this is worthwhile to stay into.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if I got good at whatever back in the day, there was no real evidence of why I should stay in that apart from personal enjoyment, which I guess should be the most important thing.
Yeah, but nowadays that's fine.
Fact 3, I'll just
Oh, yeah,
throw it
here
in
we
there.
go.
I used to want to be a professional rugby player.
Well, you haven't really got the build, have you?
Yeah, I was a winger.
Oh, yeah, I guess you... Yeah, okay.
And when I was a little bit smaller, I was a bit bigger.
Yeah, okay.
Well, for proportions.
I have seen either I don't know if it was rugby photos or rugby trophies in your room.
Yeah, I've got
You
rugby
have told me this
trophies.
before.
If anybody's been following me for a while, I think I did post actually on maybe it was a story or actually it was an actual post of me, like, kicking a rugby ball
Oh, really?
through a post.
Yeah, when I think rugby, I just think, like, quads the size of tree trunks. But I guess if you're on the wing and you're sprinting...
No, that's rugby today, but back in the day, it was all fucking
Back-
agility.
This is a 17-year-old telling me back in the day.
No, yeah, but I mean, like, today,
Back in
it's
the day.
just hit, move, hit, and
Yeah.
just ploughing through.
What's wrong with that?
I'm just going to say this right now. I hated rugby at school.
I much preferred it over
But-
football, unless you were just twatting people in the shins.
Yeah, but it was like they'd find the coldest day just because they had fun. Do you know what I mean? They'd be like, they'd wait until it started, like, at least snowing,
shin deep in mud.
and the grass was concrete because it was ice.
Yeah.
They'd wait and they'd be like, yes. And then the PE teachers would wear coats and stuff, be like blow their whistle, and then we'd all
watch
come out and
these
be like,
little
you have to
runts.
wear shorts.
Yeah,
the
the
rugby you
tiny,
have to wear
tiny
shorts. And I'll be like, but it's freezing, sir. And he's like, yeah, but I'm out here. Look, I'm not even exercising. It's like you're wearing a long sleeve, sir, and trousers. Back chat. And then it's so shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's one of the reasons why I did want to stop, because it made me cry every time I got tackled.
Yeah.
Because, like, the pain plus the cold, it's just like...
I kind of wish I did a bit of rugby when I was, like, good into parkour, like agile, because I reckon that'd be fun. You'd just be, like, vaulting people.
Yeah, I reckon I could, like, flip.
You'd be like,
over
what,
people
fuck
now.
you, like, boom.
Yeah, it can definitely be fun.
Yeah.
I just weirdly, I can't remember anything from school. But anyway, Karen.
So,
School was
Ketamine.
very long ago. How
All
long
that
ago was it
ketamine.
since you were at school?
I'm 29, so 11 years. That was when I was 18.
11 years.
11 years.
11 years ago, I was 8.
I started.
I was 8.
I
11
started
years ago.
secondary school, i.e., at 13 in 2003.
And I was 3 years old.
And you were what? 1?
Yeah.
2?
What?
That's crazy. Like, I started
2
parkour.
o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock.
I started parkour when you couldn't control your bowels. Like, you were shitting yourself
no way. There's no
and getting
way.
cleaned up by your parents, and I was like, yeah, this parkour
I
thing's
watched
pretty
some
cool.
home videos the other day. I was shitting myself.
Yeah, aged 11.
Yeah. And I was falling over onto my face and getting carpet burn because I couldn't hold my limbs up.
But that's weird because the kids that I'm coaching now, I couldn't imagine like doing this with them because they are so young. But
Yeah.
they're not as young as like. Do you know what I mean?
it's a weird-
They're like 9 or 10.
The age gap does get smaller, and I think also parkour helps with that.
Yeah.
Because like if you went into like a normal office job, I'd probably be surrounded by all my like nearly 30 execs,
Yeah.
and we'd be like, oh,
Exact.
I've just bought my first home and thing. It'd be, these runts coming into the office.
But
Bug me.
I feel
Instead,
like-
I'm like, guys, do you want to be sponsored? Here's some clothes.
But with parkour, I feel like I've hung out with so many different age groups.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I really can't tell. Well, I can tell, but like, there's not really much different with age.
Yeah.
Like, I hang around with so many different people every day who are different ages, and I still treat them kind of the same.
similar, yeah.
But you will change your.
Well, it's like, I
attitude,
mean,
but
when
that's it, really.
when I
Like,
started, when I was 13, I was going to London, and like there were people there who were like 18, 19, and it was just like chill. It was just normal.
yeah.
And I'd just like go up and hang around with these people who were kind of borderline adults, and they're probably people in their 20s, and it just like, I mean, I knew they were older, and I'm sure they knew I was younger, but it wasn't a
Yeah,
deal.
it doesn't really matter if
we
you're
were
doing the
all-
same thing.
We were all unified by the
We were
love
all-
of movement.
You're all bound by parkour.
Bound by
by
movement.
movement.
That's Jesse's film. That's
it
where
is.
that came from.
Oh, really?
So what I want to see in the future of parkour is age segregation, so that there's age categories and young people are not allowed to train with adults because they're immature and shit. And if they're getting good, they should be held down and not. They should be.
Paedophilia.
They should be. Well, no.
And I think if
I was
you're-
trying to make funnies about making people practice their foundation movement,
right.
functional. Yeah.
I wasn't listening because
And I think if you get really good, you should not talk to people.
Oh yeah, I mean the pros should treat anyone worse than them like shit. Basically,
Oh,
look at
definitely.
skateboarding.
They
Whatever
should go-
skateboarding is doing, we need to do.
we should go to For the Love Movement and like stay in the VIP room and not talk to anyone.
Yeah, yeah. And if you turn
go
up
on
to-
our laptops and watch videos of ourselves.
Yeah.
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 And show people, like, let them in one by one.
Yeah.
Do a one-on-one session. We're like,
Yeah.
so what part did you like?
Are you?
And we can sleep and stuff. With like
Deviating.
Yeah. Okay. So you are talking about who I think you're talking about. Yeah.
that was really good.
What does deviating mean?
It means like
Wait.
going off subject.
I don't know if I'm in the wavelength.
Donkey Konging. Like I like playing a bit of Donkey Kong. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I used to play it, yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about who we think we're talking about. Anyway, yeah, and I think what skateboarding does really well is like if you turn up to the skate park and you're 13 and there's some 20-year-old skaters there, you're scum. Like if you turn up to IMAX and you're like you come up to us, fuck off, basically.
Yeah.
Like that's how it should be.
Don't come up to us on a shoot and eat our sandwiches. Come on.
Oh my.
Okay, that was a real thing. That was a real thing. Yeah, if you do come up to a paid shoot where athletes, I mean, this isn't even just for most. Because all of that was sarcasm, by the way, to the Americans who don't understand sarcasm.
I forget that. Yeah. Sorry.
All of that was sarcasm. However, if you go up and there is a team, whether it is Motus, Farang, Stora, or even just an athlete or a person, and they're doing a paid shoot, and the people paying for that shoot buy that team lunch, don't eat their food.
And don't like get interviewed by them because they think you're an athlete.
Just fuck off. Let them do their job. Come back later.
It's
Oh
it's
my God.
a bit of a
Or don't come back later. No.
it's a bit of a strange scenario. But that was a very unique scenario.
Oh my gosh, that was weird. So who's going to buy the Soul Destroyer collection, even if you don't know what it's about? Are you going to buy it?
Are you expecting like a hands up?
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Oh yeah, I see you in the back
Well, I feel
row.
like-
Thank you very much.
Gary calling in.
You showed me the sales today. Not going to obviously like drop numbers and stuff, but you showed me the sales today, and I'm
Having a piss.
I'm kind of like not shocked, but people do buy the clothes like really quickly
Yeah.
compared to I don't know. Well, I just think people treat Motus like a high. It is not ish. I fired. Like, you know, like a high-end fashion brand when they release a clothing line and then they're like,
Yeah, well, I mean,
I'll buy it as quick as I can because I want it now.
Yeah. No, people want
it's
stuff.
Sick, but yeah, it's so sick because the essentials we've already had like some sales, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like they haven't even. For me, I don't buy shit a lot, and I don't really buy much parkour clothing.
Yeah, so I guess that was your
like
first time
Motus.
seeing that kind of thing.
Yeah, and like I wouldn't wait.
Beefy pussy.
I wouldn't wait.
God.
I wouldn't wait until Farang's new clothes. Not.
But that's because you're just not.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just.
You're not supporting the community,
No,
Keelan.
I'm not using. I'm not just saying this because Farang, but I'm just like I wouldn't wait until their new stuff drops and then be like on their lookbook that day it launches.
See, I'm like that.
Really? Yeah. What
With-
like with Farang stuff and with all that stuff?
I mean, I don't buy Farang stuff, but I do. If they're dropping something, I like to see it straight away.
But now I feel like I should.
But with other brands and stuff, like I do like to sort of.
I have too, but it's just. It's
like-
just
it's
weird
like an
thinking
out-
I'm sponsored by a clothing brand that actually has that in it. That's really crazy.
Yeah. But it's like if a band releases an album, like I don't want to be like, I'll listen to that in a week.
No, of course, but
like, I
I'm
want
just
that shit
saying
now,
I'm actually involved in something like that. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Like,
But I mean,
just
it's
very happy.
It's kind of early days. Like, yeah, I mean, you get kind of hundreds of people going on the website in the build up to
Yeah.
the drop. And
It's weird
like,
to think that people think that we're gods. Like,
Max, we're done with the ego. We're done with the fake ego. We're done with the fake ego.
No, but like seriously.
No one thinks you're
We're
a
just
god.
normal people. I shit every day. Like, literally, sometimes I, sleep.
I feel like I big Max up too much with the philosophical sort of.
He's
element.
going to become
He's a child.
chafing.
Where do you want to see parkour? What for you? Where do you want to see parkour in 10 years?
Me?
I'm looking at Keelan,
Okay.
my co-host.
I want it to primarily not fizzle out. Of course, this is weird for me. It's not weird. Okay, I'm just gonna say how it is. I just don't want Instagram to be fizzled out, but personally, I want the majority of people to be on YouTube because let's just face it, our world right now is social media. So I would prefer it if now and then I go on YouTube and I know that there's like some massive community on YouTube. Nowadays, I feel like there's no parkour
do you think
community on
both
YouTube.
Instagram and YouTube will exist in 10 years' time?
Possibly not, and if not, I just want it to.
We'll be on like TikTok and we'll be doing fucking music things.
I just want to make sure that people do parkour because they love parkour and not care about what's cool.
Okay, you will
Do you know
be
what I mean?
28. In 10 years'
28,
time.
but like,
What do you
I'm
want out of parkour?
Yeah, but I want. That's literally what I just said. I just want people to. Sorry, I'm burping while I'm saying this. I want people to be doing parkour because they love it and not because they want it. They want to be cool or they want to impress people over like clicks and views and stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
but selfishly, what do you want out of parkour?
Fucking hell.
I mean, it's not just the question,
what
but
I- what I want.
I think we all want like parkour to be in a good place. Is essentially what you're
Yeah,
saying.
okay.
Like, you,
okay,
yeah.
cool.
We,
What I want, as in like my life in parkour.
well, we're comboing the future of parkour and ambitions. I think here.
Wow.
28. You'll be approaching 30. Like,
Want to be able to still train without like battling more injuries,
yeah.
and just to be able to, even if they're not crazy, just save up clips, make YouTube
Oh my
videos.
god! In
edit.
10 years' time, I'll be almost 40.
Really? I
That's
will
crazy.
be.
That's terrifying.
Oh yeah, but to be fair, I'll be 29.
Oh my
Nah,
god.
29's chill. Trust me, I'm 29. 39.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
Fair,
fair.
fair.
I actually feel like
I'll be
the movement
almo-
I was doing in my recent video, I'd be able to do at 29. Your
Yeah,
age.
yeah.
That, and,
you continue
and
like that.
that actually makes me feel so good because I love doing that.
But what
stuff.
about like how are you gonna pay your bills?
How
How
you
are you gonna support your wife and kids?
I want to make sure that I'm doing all this. I actually want to do more behind the scenes shit with making clothes and like
Yeah.
just everything behind it and making videos because I actually really love
I
making
think
videos, editing stuff. I like. There's so much parkour has given me right now that I really love. I just don't want this is a, like proper thing. I don't want in 10 years Motus to fizzle out because even though everyone here might think like Motus is so big, but think of there's so many skate brands that have been massive and because of corporate things, you never know. In 10 years time, Adidas might start sponsoring making parkour shoes and loads of brands like Farang and everything, they just die because no one's buying their shit.
Yeah, the thing I'm curious
That
about
10
that.
years isn't actually as long as that, to be honest. But
It could. I
do
mean,
you know what
that could happen.
But I'm just saying that I just hope that all the core brands stay alive, you know?
Yeah. I've been thinking about this because it's like, well, if Adidas came in and they started making parkour shoes,
Yeah.
would it kill let's say Farang and Stora who are making shoes?
Not straight away, but it has been. I promise you, it has been killing skateboarding. So it can be killing.
But does it actually, or does it just like bring a bigger audience and then
because the people who are coming in right now will see Adidas before they see Huff or something. Like I was saying, remember the Huff shoes? They completely stopped.
Yeah,
and,
true.
And you can't just blame. You can't be like, oh, it's Nike and Adidas' fault.
But do you think it's the same with clothing? Because I think
but I think when Adidas and Nike get involved, it would be to do with shoes because they can.
I feel like shoes is more there. Like they can come in and just do the best shoes instantly.
Yeah, exactly. But that can come along with clothing because.
But clothing,
I've
I think
actually seen some really cool clothing come from both of them, and they've worn in videos and stuff. And I haven't, because I'm obviously not a skateboard OG, but I just watch it now and then. I haven't seen the original clothing companies that have come out and tried their hardest and made some cool clothes and fizzled out.
Yeah, because I know I just think about this occasionally, and it's like, well, is there like surely if you build the strength of the brand, like let's say in 5 years' time, Motus is like killing it, and the audience is really big, and like the brand is really, really strong.
Yeah.
Even if we were, let's say we weren't making shoes, which we're not at the moment, like, and Adidas came in, and they started making shoes, and yes, they might say, oh, this is a Adidas Parkour t-shirt, but what the fuck's it going to change?
Because I feel like
surely the strength of the Motus brand is still going to hold some form of weight.
No, and I think it will, because if
That's
we put
why
on all the effort,
I think shoes are the scary ones.
I'm hoping that it doesn't do that for a lot of other people, because I actually don't think Adidas would go, oh, let's buy into Parkour, let's just make a t-shirt that says Parkour, because they are smart, because they're a big brand, and they will make something that looks stylish.
Well, they probably just fucking employ some Parkour people.
Exactly.
That'd be a cool thing, like.
Exactly, and that would be cool. Like,
also, they can't like take over the strength of the community. Like,
no, they can't.
They will.
But they might actually do something really positive and start introducing Parkour technology with shoes that hasn't been seen before. That looks nice. You can wear it whenever you want.
I think there would be a huge amount of good would come from it. Yeah, I think if you were just a shoe brand like Olo, you're probably in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. But I think
if we focus on building the strength of brand,
piss break.
See, this is.
I'll do it. I'll do it later.
No, you can. Oh, okay. You can piss. I'm drinking.
We're an hour and 3 minutes in.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut some.
Your last one was 90 minutes.
90 minutes. Yeah, that was a solid waffle one. As is this, to be fair. All right. Given that Keelan's evacuating his bladder, where do you want to be, aged 27 in 10 years' time with Parkour? And where do you want Parkour to be? Slightly less vague than Keelan was with just like, I want it to be nice and cuddly and friendly.
Alright, I feel like Dom is quite a good example of sort of like where it could be. Having sponsors,
grafting,
being able to just do what you're doing and making money.
Yeah.
If you relate it back to like skating, like people that are sponsored by Adidas, they can just go out with the Adidas team, make a sick like video for their new collection, like we're doing with the lookbook shit.
Yeah. Except you're actually getting
doing
a wage.
That, but at like a fucking high scale.
But cutting into that, when just because I'm a fucking when they go out, they don't actually go out with the Adidas team, and they're good like that, and I think they pay skaters within
to film it.
They pay filmers within skating to film and edit it.
Yeah.
So I hope that bigger brands in the future will do that with Parkour and go, you know what, they're going to want, even though you don't really film and edit that much nowadays, but it's like, they're going to be like, I want Giles to edit this because I know he's within the brand and respected, so that Adidas will be respected.
Yeah.
Or what if we get to a stage where we can be like, I want Tobias to go out and film a sick video for us.
Oh, what, as in for Motus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't just pay some like random filmmaker who knows nothing Parkour.
Yeah. But I mean, what about like where that's sort of I mean, so what you're saying, you want to be just a grafting athlete who's just training every day?
Yeah, I mean, no.
You just want to train every day and get paid.
I love fucking training, but I'm loving what we're doing with Motus because we're creating clothes, we're doing blogs, we're doing podcasts, we're training, like all of that. I would love to be doing all of that, but at a higher scale, basically.
Yeah.
Because I love work and I love creating in so many different ways other than just training. So I don't know. There's just so much I love.
I read a tweet earlier from a guy who runs a brand that I follow.
Was it?
And it was something along the lines of like, there shouldn't be one day in your 20s where you are satisfied with your current state of life. Like, you should always be, like, while you're young, while you're healthy, while you can be working and grafting, like, you should always be aspiring to do more.
Yeah, I think
and
you should
better.
be aspiring, but you should be satisfied.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
like,
what I was going to say.
you can be satisfied. You shouldn't get complacent.
You shouldn't be like, I'm satisfied.
No,
That's
I'm
enough.
going to stay here.
Like, yeah,
That's
like,
what a lot of people do.
they're kind of like, I've got my house, like, I've got my job, and
It's okay, I can do this.
suddenly I'm
I'm
50 and I'm like,
Yeah, I'll do this for the rest of my life. I'm satisfied.
it's like, because I
Keep
mean,
going.
in the next 10 years, one of you two, and it's completely feasible, could become the biggest name of parkour, the biggest
Shotgun.
to the world. I mean, like, it's.
Fuck. You shotgunned it now,
Yeah, bro.
but you haven't seen it.
All right, so Max is you're shotgun. Sorry guys, anyone listening
No,
to
I
this?
haven't seen it.
You
You're
hasn't seen it yet. You have to see it before you shotgun it.
Oh, very true. What do you even see?
No, wait.
You see the opportunity
See the opportunity,
arise.
yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it. Is that kind of coming to that? So that you can't shotgun it because you have to be in it before you can shotgun it.
No, you have to believe it.
Basically, you
can't.
can't be
What's-
complacent. You've got to graft and get it. But I mean,
Yeah.
you could kind of, if the stars aligned, become the sort of the Tony Hawk of parkour, in the sense that you could be the guy who gets the video game. You could be the guy who becomes like the figurehead.
I
Because
actually wouldn't like that. I know this sounds weird, but I actually like really wouldn't want that.
Yeah, the biggest.
Like, I would not want.
I'm not-
that.
but I'm not-
That's so much pressure, and also like that would fizzle me out from like doing so much more things that aren't parkour, but to do with parkour. You'd have to just be parkour if you were that. Do you know what I mean? I love parkour a lot, but I love also loads of things that come with it that I.
Yeah, I think Tony Hawk probably still gets to do a shit.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
you're
true,
you're that
true.
famous,
I just mean
you have more opportunities.
what I'm saying
to
is
do
like,
it.
yeah, there
but
is.
you have so much more responsibilities. I think.
Yeah, but responsibilities come with just getting older, and I mean, even if you were half the size of Tony Hawk,
With great power
you could be. Sorry, what was that?
comes great responsibility.
Oh, okay. You'd still have responsibilities and things. Like it's the sport is in a crazy place where it could fucking. I'm wearing a paperclip on my ear. Yes.
From back here, it looked like you had a stretcher, like foot, like
Yeah, like a
have they
fat
shrunk?
off
Have they
thing.
shrunk?
Yeah, of course they shrunk. I took them out months ago.
Yeah.
You can't get anything from them now.
So basically, Giles
what she
had like stretchers. Were they small-ish?
They were 8 mil.
8 mil, and he's taking them out because he doesn't want to grow old and have
I was
stretchers.
an emo
because,
kid.
Because he just doesn't like who he is, and he doesn't. He lives off other people's expectations. What?
Can't be deep there, kid.
Sorry, no.
We need to go and get tattoos. I got
know,
a
but
tattoo kit.
You know,
right behind
no,
me.
I do miss your. I don't know why you don't keep them in. I do know why, but I think it's
I don't know,
dumb.
I don't know.
It's not dumb, but also
But
like.
do you really want to be that like
That was the thing. I was like,
60-year-old guy?
I don't want to look at like.
I still think it's sick.
I don't want to look at wedding photos and regret them. It's easy. It's easy to. It's easy
true.
to not regret.
Yeah.
It's easy. Like no. What do I mean?
It's easy to go like, I wish I had my stretchers, but not actually feel like that. But if you had like them in, you'd be like, I wish I had them out, and you'd still think about it. You'd be like, I wish
it's because
them
it's a very facey thing, like a smiling photo. And actually, I never had an issue with them. I love them. And then one day, Toby said to me, he literally went, "Why has no one ever ridiculed you for those?" And I was like,
Really?
I think he said ridicule or something like that. I was like, I don't know. And I think it's one of those things like. If you had always had your eyebrow pierced, no one would ever question, like, Keelan, why have you got your eyebrow pierced? And I'd always had them since I was fucking, like, 16. So it was never a thing for anyone to, like, question.
To be honest, they weren't that big.
No, they were tiny. They're not like...
It just looked like you had like big earrings.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like them. I mean, I'm
still
fucking
think
covered
so.
in tattoos. It's not like I'm taking them
Yeah,
off.
no, it's true. Take them off.
To rip them off.
I can't wait to get my first tattoo. I'm actually fucking
There
excited.
is within 2 feet of my back is a tattoo kit. We could get on it.
Should we all have a dot for our first tattoo? Just a little like black circle,
little
at least
dot.
1 centimetre.
On the end of our nose.
3 millimeters wide. Circumference.
Oh, this I'm worried because I feel like we're letting our audience down with the
With an hour and 10 minutes
with
of
the
shit.
floppiness of this
Yeah.
podcast. But I think
I mean,
think
there's many more to come, and they will still enjoy listening to it.
I think we're going to have to come back to the future of parkour in a more sort of proper conversation.
I think for now, are we going to talk about more? Or are we going to wrap it up?
We're not wrapping it up yet. We got a fucking very important thing to go on to in a minute.
You're actually an idiot.
What?
You slapped me in the chest.
Keelan
Don't act
punched
like I don't
Max.
slap you a
Keelan
lot.
punched Max in the head earlier. It's awful. Wait, did you punch him or slap him?
No, it was a slap, but it was a backhand, so it might as well have been a punch.
Yeah. I'm excited for the future of parkour. I'm excited to see you two boys become men. And
a bit weird, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very weird. No, I think it's cool. It's already been cool the last 4 years to see you guys progress as athletes, and just don't throw it all away.
It's kind of cool that you've been, because you're at an age where you're a steady rate that you remember things, and we've been growing up.
Steady rate.
No, but you remember more things about our lives than we remember about us.
Exactly.
What was
you've been watching us grow up, and we're in the thick of it, growing into fucking weird
puberty.
Monsters.
Help me.
Well, yeah, exactly. What did you remind me? Literally at the start of the podcast.
Can't imagine what my
you reminded me of
parents are going
something.
through.
But you reminded me of something that I didn't remember, but it wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah.
Because you're at this age, you will remember it.
Do you think?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe my memory.
Am I not just approaching that age where I start going senile?
Yeah. My mum's approached that age.
I hit 30 and then I'm just
My mum's
downhill.
50. You've got a long way to go.
Yeah. I've got 20 years. I'm chilling.
Why are we even fucking...
Why are we talking about age?
Age doesn't make a difference.
Why are we even talking at all? What even is this podcast?
Because voice is a great way to communicate. Because with voice, you can be doing many other tasks.
That's very true, but shouldn't we be talking about how we can...
Save the planet, put electricity in places where there's not.
Not save the planet, but what the fuck is going to happen to our Earth? What is going on with everything? What is the future, not of parkour, but of the world?
Well, the world's chilling. We're going to fuck the world up so it kills us, and then the world's back to chilling.
But that's sick. I'm so down for the world to kill us.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
I know what you mean.
We are fucking disgusting.
Oh, we're awful human beings. But that's the cool thing. At the end of the day, it's we're fucking up our planet, but also our planet will kill us way before it kills them. It kills itself.
Yeah, of course it will. It will go to that stage, but we shouldn't think like that. You should think that we'd start killing everything else on the planet, no matter what their decision is.
Alright, vegan. Don't worry, Keelan. I'm
doing a sulky face.
I'm vegetarian as well.
By the way.
No, oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But the problem is we live on a planet surrounded by fucking dog shit mongrels who are just
literally, it makes me so upset driving
but the funny
past
thing
all
is,
the litter on the side of the motorway. It's that's such a small thing to contribute to. What? But why?
Some people are so dumb in this world.
It's fine. I can forgive you. But if you're listening to this podcast and you have thrown litter out your window while driving,
people who actually genuinely litter freak me out.
Yeah, I know. But seriously, just leave it in your car until you get home, because
no, leave it in your car for months. I only just cleared out those chips.
No, don't leave it in your car. Don't leave it in your car.
Don't clean out
November,
anything.
I dropped some chips down the side of my seat, and I only cleaned them out the other day.
Were they
down your?
No, they were fine. They were McDonald's
your
chips.
physique,
They were exactly the same down the side of my seat.
Fuck. I'm not eating that shit. Also, just don't eat fast food, please. It's fucking.
You know
disgusting.
the fastest type of food? Apples.
Come breakfast.
Yeah, they're fast.
Bananas.
Yeah, fuck
Rapid.
Off. Fuck off.
Rapid. What Max means is don't eat McDonald's. Burger King is a far better option.
I picked our McDonald's.
Don't do this to them. No, seriously, don't. Just don't do it to yourself.
Don't do it to yourself.
Just don't do it.
Do Catman instead.
Yeah, exactly.
But
sniff fucking white powder.
We're terrible. We can't put this in the podcast.
You can put that in the podcast.
We can put it in the podcast. Don't.
We can't put this in.
We can put this in. Don't do drugs, or don't do drugs. Be sensible, boys and girls. Don't fuck up the world. Don't eat shit. Don't litter. Littering's fucking weird, isn't it? You see people
there's so many people who do it, and I'm like, how do you?
Now
not feel
even
bad?
in London at IMAX, you get people and they just eat food and they just lob it on the floor or leave it, and I'm like, there's not really any bins near IMAX, but I'm just fucking put it in a bag.
Not that I would litter there, but it doesn't make me feel really bad seeing that when it's in such a gentrified area. Is that the right word? Gentrificated.
I mean, it's kind of not quite right for IMAX. But
okay, but you know what I mean, don't you? Concrete and shit. It's don't worry, but compare that to throwing out the window in your car. It's definitely on some
into
grass
the countryside.
And it's
I did lob an apple out of a window today, but I just planted.
Apple does not matter.
Tree.
That will actually create a lot of worms coming up, eating the rest of that.
Exactly.
Oh, you've done a favour.
Talking about worms.
Darwin has worms, doesn't he? Darwin has worms. He doesn't treat
my
his
dog does not have fucking worms.
He doesn't treat.
I've had worms before. They wriggle.
There's your fact.
Have you? Have you had worms?
What? You guys haven't had worms?
No.
No.
What? Wait.
That's your third fact.
Shit.
Nailed it.
I've had worms quite a lot, and I think it's because I
Quite a
bite
lot?
my fingers.
I bite my fingernails all the time.
Yeah, and then you just feel these things like wriggling around. Anyway, no.
No, come on, no. This
keep
is a
going,
topic.
Keep going.
Sorry if
Well,
you're
it's
eating
just-
listening to this.
You just feel things like wriggling around. I'm not gonna say where.
What,
in
it's
your bum hole,
fairly
obviously.
obvious.
Yeah.
Wait, is this during?
And then it just goes away after a while. You
No,
can
no.
get worm treatment, but I just never have.
Max, is
So
this
you still have
wait, is this
worms?
when you go to the toilet or
No,
just like
no, just like when you're chilling.
what? Where do they wriggle?
Just I don't know, like I don't know.
What are they
You
trying
feel
to?
them.
They trying to escape? No, but are they
think
wriggling
they're
like
just-
on the outside? Or like...
No. I don't know where they're wriggling. I can just feel it.
If you can feel it, where is it? On the rim?
I don't know where it is.
But wait, are you just saying you basically got an itchy bum? Is that worm?
No.
Worms. You've had worms.
Basically,
Because I bite my
worms is a
fingernails.
thing.
I thought worms was when
What-
you ate
yeah,
like
what you on about
bad
by your-
meat,
No,
like
no, no.
like meat with worms
No,
in it
no,
and stuff.
no.
What are you on about biting your fingernails?
Well, like,
Tell me,
when-
I always
when
bite
you-
my fingernails.
Let's calm the fuck down for
This
a
is
second.
the topic of the podcast. I'm just going to delete the first
Look,
three
basically,
quarters.
Like, if you bite your fingernails and they're not very clean, like you have a bit of dirt under them, you get bacteria in.
Yeah.
And that bacteria can be
Yeah.
like
We'll create worms.
Oh, is this if you swallow your fingernails?
No, just like
Yeah, the
well,
bacteria.
yeah, kind of.
I
Just,
thought that just boosts your immune system.
I
by
think
doing that.
maybe
Yeah.
I've chewed them up and swallowed them. Anyway, you can still get the dirt in if you're just
Yeah,
picking
yeah,
them
of
off.
course.
And then, yeah, and then they just like sort of wriggle around in there, and like dogs get them. But I'm pretty sure humans. Like, I've
Well,
had
humans
them,
can get worms.
I've
yeah.
had them like a couple of times, and I don't like. It's not a big deal. It's
You're
just
single
like,
right now, Max,
It's
aren't
just
you?
like. Oh, I got
Never
fucking
let a girl.
loads of
Never
girlfriends.
let a girl listen to this. Never.
I don't give a fuck. Like, if you want to be my fucking girlfriend, then you gotta know that I'm getting worms, alright? No, this is
You better
so-
play with that shit.
That's the bit I'm going to use for the Instagram snippet to publicise this podcast.
Would you make your girlfriend play with your worms?
Fuck's sake.
Oh.
Would you? Would you let her wriggle them around?
What if you hang like a little bit of meat? Would it come out?
You guys are disgusting.
What, hung a bit of meat to tease
Can
the
we
worms?
just
Yeah.
can we just like
Let them jump onto it.
Well, they don't jump.
can
they
we just
sit.
like take a step back for a second? Look at us.
Yeah.
We're like specimens right here. You got a nose and teeth and shit.
We're animals.
and
Yeah.
you're looking fucking we're apes, like we're fucking crazy. Talking into this technology that we've made on this fucking planet
Yeah.
that is supposedly in the fucking universe.
Yeah. Fairly.
And we're just
proven.
like we're
No, yeah, but you can say proven, but that doesn't mean shit.
and we've got
I
like the
mean, quite a
internet
lot.
and shit.
No, you can't. You can't say
Proven
that.
means a huge amount.
You can't like.
This is the argument of the like the sort of
yeah, you're gonna say-
conspiracy. Like
No, but
I
you,
saw a YouTube video. It's not proven.
then you just like obviously I believe in the things that have the most facts and stuff. But I don't like. I haven't seen it, so I'm not gonna say it's true. But it is true. I can't.
I'm not gonna say
but-
it's true.
There's a level.
It is true.
Have you ever
but-
seen the inside of how a car works and how the petrol goes through and it ignites?
Yeah, but
etc.?
why would I?
Have you
need
ever
to-
seen it?
No.
What? No, but listen. Why?
So how
would
do
I
you
need-
not know there's little men in there? Like
Little men in
little
there?
men.
Yeah,
like doing,
yeah,
how
but
would
we
you?
fucking know there's not little men inside the car.
Why would there be?
Well, it's exactly.
That's more
it's exactly-
ridiculous. That's more ridiculous than
exactly the same
than,
thing.
Yeah, but that's more ridiculous than being like space is a black thing, and then they're going like space is actually completely white.
Sorry,
like,
what?
Like, what if it's just completely white up there and we don't know about it?
Look, ultimately, nobody knows what the fuck is going on, but
Some people have a better idea than others, though.
get fucking really blazed.
But how
and
many
watch
peop-
Cosmos, and it's fucking amazing.
It is good. I fucking love physics. Was my favorite subject at school. But what I'm saying is, how many people have you?
Piss break.
How many
How
people
many
I've
people
met?
have you like artists or something? Have you like really? Maybe not many. Have you really liked or someone who you respected, and then suddenly have turned around and they've done something really shit or they've lied about something, and you're like, oh shit! Like now I don't like their music or now I don't like their
Surprisingly
opinions.
few,
Really?
because I
Okay, well, just take that and be like all the people who are telling you about space being real. And I'm not saying space isn't real
I
because
broke the paperclip.
Great. Because I do believe in space, because I fucking love all that shit. But
so there's a number of arguments here. Like,
yeah, I know we couldn't do a podcast about this, but just saying.
I mean, I don't know every in and out of XXX Temptation or whatever the fuck his name is thing, but I mean that's kind of a thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, but you were never a fan of him, so that's not.
No, but that's what I'm saying is that's what comes to mind when you think of like, oh, when somebody's a fan of him and then people find out about allegations and things.
Yeah,
that's like it's one person's acts. Like there's.
Can I just take a moment to say I love you all, and if you're not happy, then die.
Keelan's now choking, Max.
I was gonna say what X says.
No one cares.
Well, like, listen to my genius and my.
Anyway, let's stop this shit because I can't.
No, I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were going to say how many people you've met who've been into space, because I've actually met somebody who's been into space.
You actually?
Yeah, came to my school.
No, seriously?
Yes.
What did he tell you then?
Well, he was an astronaut when he went to the space station. He lives in this area.
Around.
What, like a kid or a teacher?
Oh, he's like 40, 50.
Okay.
Yeah,
what did he do? He just went to space?
He was an astronaut. He went to the space station and did whatever they do up there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he had some cool stories. They also had a fucking heroin dealer come in and tell us why we shouldn't do drugs, and he basically told us about how much money he made.
Really?
We were like,
oh, I want to make that much money.
I do drugs?
No, but seriously, that's sick.
Yeah. But no, space is cool. There's like thousands and thousands and thousands of people who've proven that it exists.
Space is cool.
Yeah, but they can.
And NASA isn't lying to you because India has a space program as well. That's not NASA, is it? That's India.
That is still.
That's my favorite thing. People are like, NASA's a conspiracy. It's funded by the Illuminati. NASA hasn't actually been to space. And you're like, well, India has a space program.
But I'm not saying that space isn't real. I'm just saying like certain things about it could be completely bullshit.
And once things have been
but it doesn't
peer reviewed by thousands of scientists,
yeah,
then
but
they might go,
oh,
actually,
it doesn't matter that it's thousands of scientists, because why? How do you know that like they're all not like talking to each other? Because you don't like you literally don't. You don't understand. You get pissed off at like government and shit. Yeah, but I feel like they could easily just all be in on it together.
No,
like,
you can't.
No,
you
but
can't.
but you could say you can't.
How can you keep thousands of people secret? You can't.
Yeah, but you can. You can. There's in like the olden days, there was. I know then there's not all like fucking technology and shit, but there was emperors that kept a whole civilization of people underground and locked them in. Yeah, right. And they fucking have you heard about this?
No.
There's like thousands of people that were I don't know if they're cemented.
Are these
underneath caves and shit.
Is this the clay army of fake people?
No, but they're like they just fucking locked them all. Oh, I don't even know the history of it, so I can't like.
I think it's easier to keep thousands of people who don't have smartphones and Snapchat and can leak things in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, probably, but you don't understand how many people.
The conspiracy of like
who can be like.
Controlled.
Yeah,
there's also a lot of people who are dumb who can watch a couple of YouTube videos and go, well, that's true.
Yeah, but also I haven't watched a single YouTube video about it. But like, I'm just saying that and I'm not saying that was a fucking obviously example about the government. But there's things in life that just they're probably completely different. Like it's not what people are telling you. That's what I'm saying. And I've said it before
I think on a scale of that big, it's impossible.
You think?
But
that's his opinion, yeah.
Because you can't keep that many people secret.
What is this? You can't keep.
Well, like just generally big conspiracies. Like if space didn't exist, I agree with all that. I mean, there's some fucking crazy theories. Like we might be living in a simulation, and there are thousands of scientists looking into that. Like we might genuinely be living in a simulation.
But this is
I genuinely think that isn't true.
But that's not a conspiracy. That's a theory, and it's being researched. But the problem is there are theories, and then they are researched, and then they are either proven or disproven. Yes. And sometimes they get.
Why do you rely on those people, even though they're very, very smart? And I also do rely on them too.
Because the whole point of what scientists do is they question everything.
Yeah, they question everything, right?
But they're not all chatting.
The simulation you're living in is that they're questioning everything. Why does that?
Because right.
Why do you think that
there's a scientist in China who fucking hates a scientist in America. And this isn't even like one scientist, like and they go, oh, okay, an atom looks like this.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, I've seen this paper, I'm going to research this. Like, fuck this. Like, I reckon no one's work. They're not all working
They're
together.
not yeah, I know.
It's not like guys in the WhatsApp group. This is what an atom looks like. The world is flat, and this happens.
There's people who
everyone is
facts,
trying.
and they're like, this is what an atom looks like.
And sometimes
20 years ago, and then they'll be like, no, actually, this is what
and you'll
an
get
atom
false.
looks like. And they'll build them.
Yeah, you'll get false results where somebody will go, oh, I've actually found out it looks like this, and then like 30,000 other people will go, well, let's research this as well, and they'll go, okay, conclusively we agree this, and then technology will advance, and in 20 years' time, actually, an atom might look fucking square. Because we've looked at it in a different way.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's constantly adapting. No one is fighting to go like, this is the way it is. Everyone is constantly trying to disprove the thing that was before.
So what does that? Why does that prove the other things wrong?
Well, it's because everyone's trying to fucking learn. We're all trying to learn shit. What's the benefit of going like, oh fuck?
There's
Keelan
no
Ryan.
benefit, and that's why
fuck Keelan Ryan. Space doesn't exist.
That's why I don't like fixate on it and be like this is this. Like I believe in flat Earth because this, and I'm like
I'm not taking the law of the government by the law.
Sure. But it's the same with like, I don't know, suddenly I actually don't know what the true shit about this, but they suddenly find a particle or atom that is called like the Higgs boson, and you can create anything. Yeah, exactly, the God particle.
Yeah.
Right? And there's probably people who are trying to prove it, like, no, this definitely doesn't work. I don't know how it works, but when my science teacher was telling me, they were like, yeah, the God particle is like you can create, like, that's where things can be created from nothing. Kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it.
Yeah,
but
neither do I.
It's not like it's not like there's a big fucking WhatsApp group and they're like, guys, this is the new front page. The media's fucking scum.
Exactly,
I mean, you can see this shit where they will essentially curate stories and replicate them across all, and especially in America, you get these local news chains.
But how long did it take for people to know that it was done?
What do you mean?
Well, like when it first came about, the media, like people didn't know.
I mean, media is media. This is what we're doing right now is media. What I'm talking about is mass media. Like, it's and not all media is shit. It's what I'm saying is like the media is one of these things where it's run by these billionaires who they have
make money.
They have an angle and they go, cool, this is what we're
like, this is what people want to hear, so we're going to give them this.
But
this is what people don't want to hear, but they're going to look into. So we're going to get the most clicks on this. So we're going to put this in.
Exactly. The scientists are the ones doing the fucking good work. Like, in my opinion. Max has gone very silent.
Thumbs up to the scientist. Listen to this podcast.
Max has gone very quiet.
It's because
he's stressing. What are you thinking, Max?
Nothing.
He's thinking, shit, I've missed a fucking another coaching session. Scott's gonna fire me. Is that what you're thinking?
No. I'm not thinking.
Come on, what's your thoughts? I feel like you've got some disagreeing thoughts here.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I just find it all bullshit, really, because it's just hard. It's all hard because nobody knows what the fuck is going on. We all have our opinions and our brains are all working differently, and our upbringings have made us like into the people we are.
But if I went, that's solid, and you tapped it and you went, that's solid, and 1,000 people went, that's solid, and then we showed a photo of it to someone in America and we went, that's solid, 1,000 people have said so.
I'm not trying to disprove just like the overall thing of people.
But I think that's where this opinion, because it's like, oh well, everyone's got their own opinions. It's like I think
everybody needs to just fucking stop thinking and just like fucking get on with it. Like,
get on with what?
Yeah, no, I know.
Like, just fucking figure out who they are and just live.
But if we all lived and just fucked off with the fairies, then nothing would happen.
No, I'm not saying it in that way.
We got to progress.
I know, I'm not saying it in that way.
We got to get to Mars and keep the human species going.
I'm biting my fingernails and going to get worms.
Good. Music Minute. Should we get onto that before we start tearing each other apart over conspiracy theories?
Bite you, John.
Can I go first because I don't want any expectations?
Okay. All right. We're gonna count. So you get what it is, right? You got 29 seconds.
Yeah. Guys, just an exclaimer. I have
you
not.
Say we have 29 seconds.
No. To get, you've run out of time now.
Sorry.
You got 20 seconds. We've got to get to this point, and then you got a minute.
Okay. I haven't researched this.
That's fine.
At all.
You should just feel so passionate about the artist that you don't need to research.
I don't feel so passionate about them.
Well, then the audience is not going to want to listen.
Well, yeah, I'm going to fucking make you... Well...
All right, you got 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Max Parker.
All right, okay, so these guys are called Asgir. They're really nice. My brother got me onto them. I don't know what genre they are. They're just kind of... I don't know. I don't like saying this, but they're like soulful, like cinematic sort of. But yeah, anyway, it's just really nice. I think they're Swedish as well, so every song they do in English, they also do it in Swedish, which is kind of cool. But when I listen to their songs, I've done a lot of travelling in my time, and it just, I don't know, it just makes me think of our world and think of travelling and just experiencing, and I can really just listen to their songs and just like really take it in and have a lovely time. And yeah, I just really like them, and it just makes me, I don't know, I appreciate them more than like fucking rap and shit like that, because I don't know, they got more of a meaning to it. But anyway, yeah, nice music is fun, and these guys
And
are cool,
you're out
so
of
you should
time.
try it. That was
Mine was
fun.
much worse. It's so horrible, isn't it? It's hard.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was the most convincing thing I've ever heard. What was the name of the artist?
Asgir, Asgieir. I don't know.
Can you, in case they can't spell that, or in case you get it wrong, can you do a bit of the music so that somebody can hold the phone up and Shazam it?
Definitely.
Somebody needs to Shazam it.
Okay. Yo, I'm on Zans.
All right, Keelan,
Nice.
you got 19
But
19
yeah,
seconds.
you should definitely listen to them. One of the songs that I've been listening to.
No,
a lot.
you fucking ran out of time, Keelan. You got 12 seconds.
For what?
10, 9,
No, I'm not going to do it
8,
32, am I? Okay.
7, 6,
33.
5, 4, 3. Keelan Ryan with his music minute.
Okay, so I've been listening to a lot of Kate Tempest recently, which isn't really unheard of. I think a bit of you would probably know who she is. But there's an album that I was told to listen to, and it's great that I've forgotten what it's called, haven't I? But this album, I think it's her newest album, is about 7 people who can't sleep at night, and they're all awake at 4:18 a.m. and what they're worrying about in the world. And it's really interesting to hear about each different person's views on what's happening. Her most popular song, I think, is called Europe is Lost, and that's on one of the people's thoughts of the world, about like just she's worried about what everyone's dealing with during the night and shit like that. And I don't know, I just find it really interesting because every single person in that album I can kind of relate to slightly, but basically she's like a spoken word poet artist thing, I don't know what they're called, but also a rapper from London.
Out of time.
Really? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That was good.
But there you go.
Kate Tempest.
You probably.
I think she's less well known than you think.
Do you think? Oh yeah. To be honest, I went on Instagram. She only got 24K.
I've got more followers than Kate Tempest.
But yeah, I'm not going to talk about her anymore.
She's well
but
known
that's
in
enough.
in sort of circles. I think she's
Yeah.
a spoken word. She's very clever. Lots of political stuff.
Yeah,
Cool
I
music
really
videos
I
as well.
enjoy it a lot.
If you want to do a Shazam, here's some. Europe is lost.
Baking tray, eagles of prey. Oh no, it's birds of prey. Isn't it?
Chicken rays.
Yesterday.
I like hay.
Yay.
Pussy.
So if you Shazam this, that is Kate Tempest.
Yeah, that's the one.
Jesus Christ. All right, so I'm going in 15 seconds.
Yeah, he's going to do Drake.
Oh, what an outstanding. I'm going to do Rake.
Drake, better than a rake. Put it on my dake.
All right,
Oh,
sorry,
what
I'm
is
just
a
waiting
dake?
for the time. I'm just looking at the time. And
Make.
Swimming.
All
in
right, shut up. The band I'm going to talk
Make.
about. You finished,
the- Make.
boys? You've ruining my time. Okay, I'm going to start at 10 past. Okay. Band I'm going to talk about, Enter Shikari, lifelong favourite band in the world. Their music style has changed diversely over the last sort of 10, 15 years. They started in like 2006 in the kind of emo scene, and they combined kind of screamo music with electro, and it was all like that. And I was into them, and then they broke out of that. A lot of bands sort of got trapped in that and fell into it, but they moved out of that. Lots of electronic rock, metal, combining a lot of politics. I mean, they've got songs that talk about drilling in the Arctic and fucking up the planet and everything like this, ranging through to the destruction of our NHS, ranging through to talking about mental health. Their most recent album is really... Oh, wait, I've got a little bit more time, haven't I?
You got 10 seconds.
Yeah, their most recent album is all about sort of the lead singer's battle with mental health issues and stuff, and it's like fucking heartbreakingly sad, and there's some beautiful songwriting in it. It's a lot softer, so if you're into the softer to stuff. Go and listen to that, and they're fucking outstanding.
And
time's
time.
up. Thank you very much for listening. That was Giles Campbell Longley.
Of course,
on
Giles.
His Music Minute.
That's a pretty safe choice for me, really, but I feel like I needed to do it at some stage.
Yeah, I knew you'd do that at some
No,
point.
Shikari is banging. Definitely go.
I
listen
also
to him.
agree.
Yeah, very good.
Live and inside your headphones.
Live, they're very,
good.
very good.
Noise cancelling.
My neighbours have been woken up by Keelan's music this morning and now woken up as they're going to bed tonight by Max screaming.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. I feel like we should wrap this up because this podcast has been considerably longer than planned and slightly off the rails. But hopefully, if you've made it this far, then fucking well done.
Is it only 20 to 10?
It's only 20 to 10.
That's a bonus!
Now we can watch a documentary
I've got
about
a boner.
the world hating each other.
It's something like reverbing because
No.
I heard an echo when I shouted.
That's because you shouted so loudly that the room echoed.
Okay.
Echoes happen that way, I think. Yeah. I think should we wrap this up? Have we got anything else to say? Don't. Yeah, there we go.
No.
I next week we'll be back to our normal scheduling. Hopefully, Jordan's coming in a few days. Maybe we can do a podcast with Newcastle.
Yes, Newcastle man. Who would like to hear a podcast of George?
Newcastle.
Jordan. Let's hear it. Well,
I mean,
Max, thank you for being the guest this week. I think what we need to try and do
It's
is
my pleasure.
is
I love
formulate
you guys
being
very
slightly
much.
better hosts and be a little bit more prepared to kind of
Yeah.
interview.
yeah, but I think it was okay because it's Max and we're all very.
I mean, this is
comfortable
the
with
first
Max.
one.
This is the first guest spot. Future guest spots will not get such lenience.
Yeah,
It'll
I've
be-
enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
We'll do those podcasts where they open with an intro and it'll be like the host being like, "Today I sit down with Max Barker, a child prodigy in the parkour world," and then we'll talk for a bit, and then they randomly cut to music, and it'll be like, "Although Max faced some personal battles in his upbringing, he went on to get through the adversity and realized that he could solve any of his problems with side-flip prees." Like some of the podcasts you listen to, they're just
How
like,
did you come up with that on the spot? I was
because I'm
waiting
a
for you to stumble
fucking
with it.
G thing. Some of them are so
G-string.
well G-string. They're so well constructed, and then some people, and I mean, yeah, there's far better podcasts out
Or
there.
maybe
than
it'll
ours.
get to that. Or maybe it won't because construction is failure.
Really?
I don't know.
I mean, this house was built with construction.
Urinating.
You said this house looked like
Well,
shit
maybe
from
it's
the outside.
failure.
I was very
You
offended.
know, there's
I said that.
there's
Keelan said that.
fucking apparently there's alternate realities with like 34 dimensions, not
There's-
instead of like 3 dimensions.
there's a theory
So this 3-dimensional fucking thing, this could be chaos. Like
Yeah, there's a theory, right, that there is a universe of every single possibility. So there's a
Yeah, yeah.
and it's like right now you're dying, right now you're dying, right now you're dying, right now an elephant is in the room, right now there's a fucking spaceship crashing, right now everything that could ever possibly happen is
everything.
happening.
So like even
Like in an unlimited amount of universes, you don't even exist.
what? So
Yeah.
this exact same experience, but this little mouse
Yeah.
pad is just there.
Yeah.
That's it.
How fucking boring is
That's
that?
fucked.
And we're in
And you
this
know it's
one
the
where that
same
mouse
thing-
pad
you
is
know,
there
and
instead.
You know as well, if the universe is infinite, then there's like infinite things in the universe. Like there could be just a fridge floating about in the.
Yeah.
If it's completely infinite.
bet there's
Yeah,
a
but we
fucking
don't know
fridge.
what the
It's just a
fuck's
fridge.
going on. Just shut the fuck up, all of
Yeah,
you.
but that's fucked up.
Go fucking meditate. and-
There's fucking you mixed with Sarah, head on either end, completely like moving through space because space is infinite.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's impossible for there not to be that if it's infinite.
And
Yeah.
then there's a bogey floating through space with a slide, like a kid slide, as his arsehole, with me on the face, but my nose is a serpent.
What's a serpent? Am I
Snake.
dumb? A snake.
Yeah.
Why is it called a serpent?
I fuck knows. Harry Potter, parcel tongue, that kind of thing. Parcel tongue, what the fuck?
No.
I'm gonna rewatch
yeah,
it.
parcel tongue.
Yeah, why parcel tongue?
Sorry.
Sorry, I can talk about packaging.
Max hates
Hates Harry Potter.
hates Radcliffe.
Hates Daniel Radcliffe with a passion. Fact number 4, ending the
Yeah,
podcast.
true. I don't really like
Hates
him.
his acting. Apparently.
And also the guy in Lord of the Rings, the main guy.
Elijah Wood, who also looks
Elijah
quite like
Wood,
Daniel
he's a
Radcliffe.
Fucking, like, both of them, they just can't act and they're fucking retards.
So basically,
See
you're
you
gay
later.
and you don't like that look.
What?
I don't know. They look the same.
They do look fairly similar.
I don't know.
They look the same.
All right,
Right.
let's end this.
Ah, Jinx, you owe me a dick.
What?
I told you.
What?
Gay.
You owe me some clitoris.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry.
That's quite graphic.
Anyone who's listened to this, don't give this one a 5-star review.
No, please do. You love it more than all of the others.
I apologise massively.
Thank you for listening to this at 12 o'clock in the morning whilst you're getting ready for a lovely training day.
Who gets ready at 12 o'clock? It should be out at fucking 9 a.m.
You know, the lazy fucking cunts that are going through puberty and they can't wake up before 10 because
When I was going through puberty, I was
wank.
waking up at 9 a.m. and going training, and that's why I am the best athlete in the world.
You're fucking your girlfriend.
Not when I was going through. Well, I guess, how long do you go through puberty for?
12 years.
16 months.
Very different.
14.
Anyone who knows how long you go through puberty for, hit our Max in the DMs. And thank you very much for
writing
listening.
on
This
the
has
little
been
snack.
a train wreck.
I love you all. Please, just, you know,
Good
just
night.
like and
I used
comment.
to do this with my pen when I was younger.
Subscribe.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Okay, they can't see.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Love you.